Okay, I think we're live, are we? Yes, hello. G'day. Welcome to the test of my new, it's apparently made by Hitman, webcam, which is REDRAGON. This one here. If you can see it. Not sure if that's backwards. I might hold up a mirror later. Okay. Are you seeing that okay in there? All right. Okay. Well, I'm wearing my Holly jumper today. It's 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, the 28th of August. Wearing my Holly jumper. I have a good t-shirt under here. This is my going around the house jumper. Hey, Craig. All right. We're live. Okay. Unlike when I use a phone, it doesn't give a countdown for a thumbnail. So, as I was saying, we're using my new webcam, which hopefully isn't backwards. Is it showing up backwards? Anyway, this one. And it's the very first time I've done a YouTube live stream with this. I did during the week before last, and I put in my community tab it went from about 11:30 a.m. with only half an hour break till 6:45 p.m. recording 2 episodes of Channel 9's The 100. And I've put a link to the first episode, which is number 3. Oh, good, not backwards. Hey, Aussie Dream Filipina expat, or Alice. Right, 2 of you watching. G'day. So a little bit later on, I'll be announcing some winners of my mystery unboxing video. And hello, Letty. Good, it's working. Okay, so I meant to bring in a mirror. I've just got the little cam on a little tripod that big that I've had for many years, and it's sitting on top of my PC. So can you all hear me okay? This is kind of handy because I can see this one here. Okay, don't show the mess. Yes, all good. There we are. Try to hold that a bit steady. There we are. So it's handy because of that reason. I can just prop it around and do what I need to do. Yeah. Well, that's my dirty printer, and that's an ancient fax machine, etc. Cup of coffee, which is now empty. My little mouse. Oh, there you go. That's the mouse I did a video on recently, and the Logitech keyboard, which I also did a video on. So, I've been planning to... Hey, Gary, how you going, mate? Sorry, I'm looking at the screen for a change. Still lit up. Well, it's quite a handy little unit. Probably not the best place to put it anyway. When I did that thing for Channel 9, I had this camera mounted on a little gorilla pod, stuck on boxes, and I was crammed into the corner. But anyway, this is a bit less formal. So, yeah, all right. Just give me one sec. Yeah, I'm good, Alice, thanks. Hope you're doing well too. I always get a bit nervous before a live stream, but I was just saying this is my getting around the house jumper. You guys have been with me for years would have seen this when it didn't have holes, but slowly it has got holes. Right. Tech Museum, yeah. Well, no, actually this printer, the Fuji Xerox DocuPrint C920e, cost me a lot of money when I bought it. It's probably over 10 years ago now. I need to give it a good service because it keeps playing up. It's a color laser printer. It's a like a commercial grade thing. Weighs a ton. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's Leo. I thought it might be. Is Alice at work, mate? Just have to turn this way. Anyway, so yep. I'm wearing a jumper at the moment because it's a little bit chilly. It's been really weird weather. We're technically almost at the end of winter, thankfully, but it still gets some cold moments. Yeah, so just to start off, 10-year-old piece of tech. Yeah, that's true. It is ancient. But, oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay, so in no particular order, this is initially a test for the REDRAGON. Great little camera. The reason I bought this one, and it's been on my list for a long time, I thought, well, okay, I'll buy a little. This is just plugs into my USB port. I'll show you there. USB 3 port. Quite good. And it's 1080, so I'm not, looks all right. I'll be interested to see on the playback what it looks like. Maybe I should hide those holes. And I'm also, I can't break this off, wearing my new boots at the moment, which are great. Yeah, so I've been meaning to buy a webcam that I can use. I've got an ancient thing here. You talk about ancient tech, Craig. Still got it somewhere. Yeah, it's absolute rubbish. But this is 1080 HD. A lot of them are only 720. So I thought, well, see how we go. So I should come in a bit closer. So I thought, well, I had a look around, and Logitech, who makes this keyboard and mouse that I showed you in a previous video, they make one that's ranked very highly. It was, I think, $160, and I found this REDRAGON one. I think I paid, should look this up, I think I paid $59 from Umart. My closest Umart is in Brisbane is it's Milton. So I went that way, and I'm very impressed. At the moment, I've got, like I did for the recording for Channel 9 on the 100, which is, there's links in my community tag. I'll put a link under this video too if you like. This is my little LED light, but you don't actually need it, do you? It's just acting as a fill light, which I'd like to do. Turn it down a bit. Yeah, I might leave it a little bit. So I'm just reading comments here. Sorry, I should probably have the camera closer to the thing. Pink, okay. Oh, well, that's answered your question. Yeah, I don't know. You can probably adjust it. If I use the light from the window. Yeah, I've noticed it is slightly pink. Could be just me blushing. Yeah, I haven't actually read about it to see if you can adjust it. I know I could when I was, see what we used for the Channel 9 recording was Zoom. And it was my first successful Zoom. Now my light won't come back on. Still pink as well. Must be just, how's that? Is that less pink? Turn the light up a bit brighter. Try not to drop my little camera. Maybe I should put this on the box actually. Hang on. Oh, here's some old tech. Sennheiser headphones. Yeah, I'll put it on the box. One day I'll clean my desk out. No, I probably won't. All right, well, that might be slightly better. Keep the verticals correct. Always remember that. So you can, this has a pivot. You can pivot up and down. No, that looks weird. Anyway, I'll try and keep talking while we do this. So, yes, that'll do. That's close enough. That'll do. Yeah, so anyway, forgive my rabbiting on. Okay, put the light up there maybe. How's that? All right? Yeah, it's been freezing cold at times. Leo, it's like I was saying, it's odd sort of weather. Anyway, to continue, and yeah, I should put it so I can read the comments. So yeah, I went with the REDRAGON camera, and yeah, I found there were adjustments when I used Zoom, and you could change things, color balance and everything. So there's probably a way I can do it here, but this is my very first time I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Right. So that said, how many people we got? I'll wait a little bit. So anyway, my last video, it wasn't very good. It's just about the jacaranda trees that have now been cut down as of yesterday. What am I looking at the light for? Oh, I think I do need a drink. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for this very well. Chilly in Perth for the last 2 days as well. Yeah, it's strange. Yesterday, I had the last of the jacaranda trees cut down in the neighbour's place, or he had them cut down, which was good. Further improved the view. But as I said in that last video, it was slightly hindered still by something that was in my control, and that's trimming down some of the palm trees, and also this what they call it, Queensland nut tree or macadamia tree. So I went about and started doing things like that the day before, and the trees don't look very thick when you're standing on the deck, or Studio A, or Studio A Plus, as it might be now called. But when you get down there and look up, it's like, oh, they're pretty thick and tall. So my friend Gary, who's online right now, very graciously offered to help. And here's something you may not know about me. I have never asked anyone for help other than, a girlfriend, partner sort of thing. I never have asked for help. I've always been like that. Not shy, I just don't ask for help. But Gary offered, and he had a electric chainsaw on a stick, as I call them, an extendable one. So I decided to accept his offer. And as I've said to Gary and Craig, you guys are two of very few friends I have that would actually come and help. So I know you would. A little bit more difficult for you, Craig, because you're on the other side of Australia. But I know you would. That's the point. Gary lives about 10 minutes away. And Gary, I will be introducing you all to in a future video not too far down the track. Something I've had in mind for a while. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Gary has a YouTube channel. It's only small at the moment, but he has some good content. So, yeah, check him out in the link there. You'll see over in the comments. I've never asked you how to pronounce your surname, Gary. DeLaos. DeLaos? Are you Cambodian? You don't look it. Anyway, check out Gary's channel. And, yeah, stay tuned for a future video we're going to do together on that one that you might find a bit more interesting than my last one, the jacaranda trees. That jacaranda video, by the way, because I filmed it on my phone, it was in 4K, like really high resolution. There's the time there, bit of reflection. Thank you, Gary, I appreciate it. As I said, very much appreciated. Yeah, though I filmed the video in 4K, but there were little snippets, like brief cutaway shot of one of the drones, and a little segment here and there that I filmed on my normal Panasonic Lumix. So there goes Letty. That's not a ghost walking past in the background, I hope. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I did that, and if you know about editing, when you've compiled the video, you have to do what's called rendering it. So I did that, and it was 25 gigabytes. And if you know anything about file sizes, that's really huge. And I thought, I can't. Well, look, I've put some big ones on YouTube before. I thought, I can't really justify 25 gigabytes. It's just pretty crappy, to be honest, phone footage. So I reduced it down to 1080. I kind of should have just put it up as 4K, because you didn't see on that what the original footage was, and it's particularly the sawdust. I'm going to show you. But hey, Alan, how are you going, mate? Are you moving today? Alan's in New Zealand, in Nelson. The channel of Fun with Alan. He's just waiting to have some fun because currently they're in lockdown. And like many places, for no good reason, because there's no cases in the South Island of New Zealand. Go figure. They just seem to lock down everyone these days. Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually show you. You won't see it very well. I'll show you on the computer here. And by the way, I'm sure there's a way there must be some software or something that you can use to do split screen stuff. I've seen it done, but it's not something that I've yet looked at. See if you can see the sawdust. Those flyers. This is an excerpt. This is an excerpt from the video I just did. I'm not sure if I'm pointing anywhere. Let me skip forward a bit.
Stop for lunch.
You'll see some sawdust. Hopefully, I'll
trim off the smaller limbs before they take down the big tree.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, sawdust anyway.
Can you see that?
I don't mind. Whoa, lots of sawdust. Plus.
Yeah, that'll do for that one. Oops. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that showed very well on the reduced file size video. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I'm following with interest, Alan. I'll be so glad for you when you're out of that joint. Don't take any slugs with you. Leave them back for Annabelle. She deserves all the slugs she gets. The way she's carried on. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, so as I was saying, so I decided to trim those little trees I pointed out in that video. So Gary came over yesterday. I think we spent about 5 hours, Gary. You got here about 11 o'clock and went about 4 o'clock. And my estimate, and Gary insisted he help me chop off the remaining, the ones that we fell. But I said, no, I genuinely wanted to do it myself and let him help move the branches onto a pile as well. But that took 45 minutes. So tasks always take a lot longer than you think. I would have thought maybe an hour to chop down the trees we did, which weren't that many. But no, it took quite a while because we had to rope off the trees, and Gary did most of the work, actually, climbing a ladder and with his little electric chainsaw. Well, I was pulling on a rope to make sure the tree fell in our yard, which made things a lot easier. Although one went over the neighbour's fence. Luckily, it was the neighbour that we like. So Gary and I went down there and threw it back over the fence. Well, we didn't kind of throw it. We helped it over the fence. That's the other thing about trees. They're always a lot more heavy than they look, which is why you don't want to be under one when it falls. But we got it done. The last one was one of the, I think they're a golden cane or golden palm. Yep, that's for sure, mate. Oh, there you go. Lady's actually not a ghost. She's corresponding here in the chat window. Brilliant. So, yeah, I don't know if they're a golden palm. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the last one I chainsawed it from down the back while Gary pulled the rope. And that was beautifully done too. So it was a lot easier with help, that's for sure. A lot easier. Yeah, there you go. Oh, well, I'll just take the camera into the other room and Lady can do the live streaming and I'll sit back and watch. I'd like that, actually. Right, I'll have a little drink of water. This is not a sponsored video. Well, I think, hey, can you bring Teddy in? This, I was waiting at least until you were here, Craig, who's Teddy the Vlogging Cat's favourite fan, best fan. So we'll wait for Teddy to make an entrance. She was on standby for. Oh, good, she's awake. Here we go. There we are.
She had the sneezes.
Oh, she had the sneezes. Thank you. Here's Teddy. Look, here's the live stream we were talking about all morning. Hey, very good, Alan. That's growing. 307 subs. Here's Teddy. Wave to Craig. See, you're reading the comments too. He says hello, Teddy. Oh. Teddy's had a tap drink, and last night, Gary, by the way, have you managed to shampoo out like I did last night, bits of trees and leaves and sawdust from out cutting the trees yesterday? Teddy didn't assist, actually. Nor did Big Eyes, did she? So Teddy had a bath drink with me last night. Well, I didn't drink the bath. Yeah, Teddy will be 22 in January. Are we up to that, or 23? You can't count. Teddy can't count. Quite a few numbers, she says. Anyway, there she is. That's it. There. Are you looking at the camera, or you looked at me? Yeah, I told you it wasn't going to be a video. It was a live stream. Eh? That's why I brushed your fur before. You want to get down, don't you? You can't get down from a cat. You can only get it from a goose. You want to go walking around? Yeah, a bit itchy, yeah. I checked, I didn't see any ticks or anything. And the main thing is, too, we didn't encounter any snakes. You want to get down? You finished doing your live stream? She said, stop holding up my head with your hand. All right. Anyway, you do look like Butters. And you look like your mum, Meow. Look, there's Teddy's tail. Hey? You're live streaming right around the world. People could see you if they wanted. What do you think about that? Yeah, all right. There you go. You can look back, watch the replay on Teddy's Vlogging Cat if you missed this live stream. So where was I? Yeah. So that was good. Because I don't know how to do the split screen thing, I'll show you a video. Can you send some slugs? Yeah, they probably are. They probably eat them in China, Al. And that's probably where this whole, what started. They were eating slugs. See if I can show you. I just took a little bit of footage with my camera after I finished moving all the bits around yesterday. So this will be very rough. You probably missed most of it, but let's have a look.
Well, it was an interesting day with Gary's help, but much better. I'm going to have a coffee.
Right. So that was, yeah. You'll see the view in the next video. You'll see the new in the you'll see the view in the next video that I do out in the studio, as I call it. So this camera works pretty well. It's not too bad for a little webcam. There's my barometer there. It's currently 19.5 degrees Celsius here, which is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit for anyone overseas. I'm waiting for a couple of people to join me from overseas, but it's probably pretty late there. That's Puppy Breath and Johnny. And barometric pressure is sitting about 1011. So it's about bordering on change, as they call it. We did have one day of rain some days ago, but otherwise it's been beautiful, fine days here in Brisbane. It's like, yeah, so that was good. Okay, well, yeah, so far there's only 2 winners in the mystery unboxing giveaway competition I did. They were Gary and, I wrote his name, it goes by the name of Mad Mags in South Australia. So they'll be getting those out to you this week, guys. But we still have a couple of things left. that I want to give away. And so if you haven't seen that video, go back a couple and you'll see, because I want to pay the love forward. I did get some negative comments, I have to say, privately, sometime after that video. And yeah, quite, that was a bit hurtful, but quite not very good comments, let's say. And how it was uninteresting and everything. And as I said, well, there's only so many ways I can think of to do an unboxing. So yeah, I always say, well, if you can do better, show me what you can do. And we'll leave it at that. I won't be doing another one of those type of videos anyway, but I still appreciate Alex sending me those things for a video. Something different, as you always find on my channel. There's an old thing that called keeping your verticals straight, which is a photographic thing. Not that easy to do when you're using a little tripod thing. Oh well, we'll carry on regardless. What more can we do? So what else? Let's look at comments. We don't have a lot of people on here so far. I can actually type for a change though. And I'll type this. Oh no, I can't. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Oh, because I turned the keyboard off. The power, which you saw in the video about this keyboard, you can turn the power off. We'll try again. There you go. Yeah, time for another drink. What should we talk about now? If there's any YouTube questions I can help out with, fire away. We'd all like to get more subscribers, and I'll tell you what, it's harder and harder. I am now less than 50 subscribers to go when I will finally hit my 3,000 subscriber mark. I've been watching all year, it's steadily creeping up, and then it kind of just peters off. You might get 1 subscriber a day. Sometimes you get more. All I can do is things I put in my YouTube playlist, help playlist thing I'll put up here when the video processes. It's all you can do. It's so competitive. No matter any topic you can think of, be guaranteed at least probably another 1 million people have done the same thing somewhere in the world. That's just the way it is try and make your titles something either catchy or definitely relevant, key sensitive to, or search sensitive to the topic. What more can you do? The main thing, as I said, is do it for fun. That's why I do it. If people want to subscribe, here's the weird thing though. It takes only a few seconds to hit the subscribe and the little all notification bell, but most people don't bother. I think some of my more popular videos, especially ones that had like now over 10,000 views on the little hack I made for my Ford to bypass any radio codes it asked for. Lots and lots, probably hundreds of comments now. Thank you so much, you helped me fix it. But you'd think, okay, I've helped them. I'll just take 2 seconds, click the subscribe bell, but most people don't. Go figure. I mean, I do. I watch most of my YouTube videos on the big 65-inch TV in the lounge. And if, it's either something, well, that was good, or something, even on the computer, if I'm searching for, how do I do blah, blah, I'll click the thumbs up and the subscribe. It takes me a couple of seconds. I don't know why people don't do it. They just don't. So, yeah, always do it for fun. That's what I've always done. And now, as I've said, if you can try and reach that 1,000 subscriber thing, you'll at least get a little bit of money from Google every month as long as you hit their minimum $100 US. And that's like better than the kick and the, you know what. But yeah, if you, hey Mike, how are you, mate? G'day. Yeah, if you can't get monetized, YouTube have already started, as I said in a video a few videos back, that they were going to do. They've already started putting ads on people's videos that aren't monetized. So I think that stinks, because YouTube/Google get to keep the money from ad revenue, but they don't share it with the people that have made the video. It's not fair in anyone's books except theirs. Yeah, I've noticed that, Alan. I've gone to comment on some of yours and it said comments disabled. Or often lately I've noticed, oh, Alan's put up a video, and I go there and it said content removed. So I didn't know if you changed your mind and didn't put it up, but it's what I tried to say months and months ago. You know, comments were disappearing, and they still are. So now you see for yourself, guys, that it just happens. And every time, I've given up now, every time I've gone to the YouTube chat help support or emailed them, I always get the same standard answer. And I'm convinced, as I've said in the previous video, that it's all artificial intelligence. There's not, despite them saying, oh no, I'm a real person, when you ask, they're not. They can't possibly have millions of staff all ready to help out within a minute's notice. So they always say, no, there's no problem, you know, or they'll say, you know, please pass that on in the feedback thing, and that way the tech team will get onto it. Well, you know, I don't want to say I'll say bull dust because it never happens. And they always say, no, there's no problems. You know, they want to say, oh, no, it must some setting your end, or you know, make sure you're using the current version of your browser or some rot. They just don't want to take responsibility. What can we do? We know the truth, but yeah, reading some more comments. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. It is robbery. That's exactly what I said in that video. I think it is, you know. No, and then they brought in the allow people to sample your comment for YouTube Shorts, but it's on by default, so you have to go and unclick that. No, I don't want people to sample my comment and they go off and use bits of my video for their benefit. No, why would you? Anyway. Hey, Love Surf Bunny. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, totally. And I've seen ads on your channels as well, and Craig's. And yeah, where's your share of the ad revenue? I think it stinks. Anyway. And by the way, on that video that you commented on this morning, I also mentioned at the time about how YouTube needed you to fill out a tax form, you know, even if you're not a US citizen. Well, I went ahead and did that. So far, I haven't noticed here in Australia that there's certainly been nothing saying X amount of tax taken out of your revenue. So I don't know. I just filled in the forms as I showed you how, and it's too late now. The cutoff was a few months ago. And yeah, what can you do? Go with the flow as best you can. But there's so many different settings you've got to. Every time you upload a video now, you have to go through the whole lot. What is it? You know, yes or no, is this video made for kids? Always tick no, because otherwise, if you are monetized, there'll be very limited ads will show on your video. Motion channel with ads. I'm trying to work out what you mean. The Taliban is still on Twitter. Yeah, oh, isn't it funny? Certain people got banned from Twitter, like, you know, during the US presidential election. Banned from Twitter, banned from social media. Well, that was the president, who agreed with him or not, he was still the US president. And when we're in a world where they can ban the, I'm just trying to, there you go. That's better. When they can ban the president of a country, it's going to make you wonder how legitimate everything is. How's that? Will that do? Yeah. That was a terrible state of affairs too. Very disgusting that the current president in America let them pull out. I'll just turn the light down a bit. Let them pull out and leave all that equipment. It's a massive amount of equipment there. And the Taliban took it. So, yeah, there's lots I could say. I don't comment about the COVID situation anymore because I now have a permanent warning on my channel. As I mentioned, well, was it the beginning of this year or the end of last year? I was actually silenced for 2 weeks. Couldn't upload, couldn't even make comments on my community tab because, and here's the thing, as I said, I have 4 channels, as some of you would know. I don't promote the other 3. One's just my acting channel, but it's just mainly just for, you know, self-tests or auditions that are done. So I don't really promote that. So I should have gone with my gut feeling and put a little test upload on one of those channels. I didn't. I put it on this one, my main one, Steve Mac. And I never even made it public. I had it unlisted just to see if it was okay. And that was merely a doctor talking, you know, about the situation that we're all in. And because of that, I had a guideline strike. Go figure that. How was that fair? Didn't even make it public. So, yeah, I don't talk about that stuff anymore. I gave you a hint with the things you put on in my lockdown vlog when we're in lockdown. What I think about, there's a lot I could say. There's a lot all of us could say about it. Yeah, it is confusing, Craig. Well, let's just say all politics is political. Not a lot of it makes sense. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We can speculate, but who really knows? Just reading your comment. Hang on. Yep, that's right, mate. Absolutely right. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I meant to mute that phone. I'll just, I'll do that now. Damn it. Do not disturb. There, that'll take care of that. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anything else you guys would like to chat about? So this webcam is working all right. There probably are adjustments you can make to change the color balance a bit. I won't experiment with it right now during the stream because, yeah, the phone. No, it said unlisted number. It could probably a telemarketer trying to sell me something. Maybe a bunch. Would you like to buy a bunch of slugs? 1 packet for $1. By New Zealand Post. Yeah, it probably was a scammer, mate. Yeah. Usually I very tempted not to answer calls that come up, you know, without a caller ID. Sometimes they're legitimate, and that's the thing. It's like you don't know. Well, that's life, hey. It's it's 10 past 11, is it? Yeah, 11 past 11. The leader of the opposition needs me to help her with some gardening. So, okay, that's all right, Gary. Yeah, well, you can always watch the replay. Usually I've found it takes up to 12 hours for YouTube to process the video until it's watchable once you finish the live stream. And that's pretty slack. But as I've said too, it's, look, we don't have to pay to use YouTube. So, I mean, yeah, we can't complain too much, to be honest. it's a platform we can make whatever we want, well, within reason, as long as it fits their constantly changing guidelines. And but otherwise we don't have to pay for it. So yeah, all right, Gary, I'll speak to you again soon, and have a good day working on your project. Look forward, everyone just take notice of Gary's channel and swing by, have a look. His latest video is on lantana, and especially if you're in Australia, you know that's a noxious weed, and he has lots of it. And he's worked up a little device to help chop it down a little bit. So yeah, check out his channel. I'm going to do a video with Gary in the very near future and introduce you. Yeah, all right. Yeah. And yeah, so thanks a lot again, Gary. Well, there you go. You're right. Will I type back, Letty? I will see you later. Probably not. Yeah, no worries, Gary. And as I said yesterday, mate, I can't emphasize enough how much I appreciated you helping me. And now that I know you drink tea, wait till next time. You just wait, young fella. Do you? All right, Mike. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just generally waffling on at the moment, and I appreciate you swinging by. The weeds can stay here. Yeah, don't bring the weeds across with you. You don't want that, Alan. Leave her the weeds. Maybe the slugs will feed off them. That's right. Of course, don't forget to check out Craig's videos, which is out and about with Craig. As you can see, the little logo there. Yeah, and you've seen Craig and I do a few videos together in the past too. And that's, what, a year and a half since you were here, Craig? Time goes. See you later. And at the moment, you can't even, we can't even visit each other. That's right, Craig uploaded, it was less than a week ago, your new video. And I believe you have another one very soon coming up. Yeah, that's right. Craig and I are really good friends too. Yeah, it's great. And also Gary, I met both of those people in real life, and we are genuinely real friends now too, which is brilliant. Hey, what I'm talking about, you know, you can earn money from YouTube when you monetize. There's something you can't earn, and that, I'll just close this wall. The car starts in the garage. Something you can't earn on YouTube, but there's something you can earn, and that's really good friends. You know, what price do you put on that? That's priceless. And who would have thought, you know, that more, I'd rather have that than money from ads, to be honest. Yeah. March 2020. Whew. Yeah. And the timing was such that, was it a week you were back home and then they started this lockdown stuff? Good thing you came when you did. So currently, you can't fly into Queensland, can you, Craig, without, you know, isolating for 2 weeks? It's all a bit mad. Yeah, you just made it back. Thank goodness you came when you did, though, hey? And we had fun. You weren't here long enough for my liking, but we had a lot of fun. And we did a live stream too, so anyone that hasn't seen it, check out my live stream playlist. You'll see the one with Craig and I. It is always much better. I wish somebody was here with me to kind of bounce the conversation backwards and forwards with as well, because I always feel a bit silly sitting here by myself. Yeah, we'll do it again, Craig. That's for sure, mate. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. You've seen Teddy, the vlogging cat. Goodness only knows where Big Eyes is. Probably, let's see, it's just past 11:15 here in Brisbane. So I'd say she's probably having a mid-morning nap. She was a very naughty cat the other night. I won't go into details because if you don't like cats, it'll make you like them less. But Well, it's nature. Well, that'd be good, Al. I would absolutely love to have you come and visit. I always intended, if I'm ever back in Nelson, yeah, definitely have a coffee. Definitely. Absolutely would be great. I would like to go back to New Zealand, but can't do it again. They opened it up, the travel window, as they call it, for, only a couple of weeks. And I know a few people, one, my ex-girlfriend and her now husband, I guess, I don't know, but she went over. Like the moment they opened it up, bang, she was off there. I mean, we're still friends. Yeah, bang, she went to New Zealand. Probably a wise move, because they can't go in and out of anywhere much. And yet in Europe, many countries you can go backwards and forwards, and there's a lot of countries in Europe. Anyway. No. Your slugs are not welcome. Do not bring slugs. Leave them all with Annabelle, okay? She can have the lot. Yeah, don't even charge it. Just say, here, it's a present. Slugs. Maybe you should, as a parting gift, Alan, get a whole bag of slugs, hook it up above the door, hook it up above the door, so when she opens the door to come in for a property inspection, they will fall on her head. Now that you'd want a video, because that would be brilliant. Oh dear. Excuse me. I was hoping that I wouldn't lose my voice this morning. It started to get a bit croaky last night. And no, it's not COVID. What I think it is currently I'm taking, only for about 5 days, I'm on day 3 now, some antibiotics because I had a bit of a chest infection. I get them now and then, have for 20 plus years. So I had a prescription, I had a phone consult with the doctor, and I waited a few days. I thought, nah, it's not really improving. So I'm on those, and I feel it is helping already. The trouble is, if I recall, it has happened a few times when I'm on those particular ones. 2 times I've lost my voice completely. And I thought, oh no, well, that's not going to be good on the live stream. We'll have to write everything down to make it difficult. Fajoa. What is a fajoa? What is that? I've probably had. Oh, that's a fruit, isn't it? I've got a mate in Auckland who I've known for 20 years, Axel Henriksen, and he was actually, I met him when I was in, what is it? For Life, it was called. Brilliant products they had. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stood by them. I was with them for a number of years, and I used to be a distributor too. Never made a lot of money with it. I remember once I earned enough commission to go up. We went up to Montville, up the Sunshine Coast for a night. I thought, oh, well, that's paid for that. But the thing is, the reason I was in it, and I used to buy the products myself, they were really good immune boosting thing. But eventually, and I always suspect, as with many corporations, that well, maybe the pharmaceutical companies stepped in, because it just seemed to, I just never found it was as good. So yeah, if I can't stand behind a product, I don't. But it was good at the time, the formula, and never got sick once in, well, it's probably 5 years I was taking. Not once did I get sick. Yeah, it's a shame when they take good products away or dilute them or do whatever. Oh yeah, I know you're just moving across the way. You can virtually hop over the fence and do it. Do you have much stuff left to go, Alan? Can't be too much. I saw your last video. You moved your knives and forks and pots. And what did you eat last night? Dry noodles. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the video. I'm really looking forward. Check out Fun with Alan's channel as well. Follow his story about what's been happening there too. And I know I've promoted Alan's channel in the past as well. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the day when you can do a video saying, well, here I am in my new place. Yeah. And you can then look out the window and say, there was my flat there. That's the one full of slugs and mold and all the other stuff that they charge a fortune for. Absolutely. And no way they'll be able to rent that out again, Alan. I really doubt it. Not for that price. No way. That's ridiculously expensive. It's just shocking. Nah, I didn't think you'd have much left to go. I wouldn't have paid her rent anyway if it was due yesterday or whatever. I would have just, no. Yeah. And I still say, and I hope I'm wrong, but judging by what an evil person she seems from we've seen on your videos, I think you're going to be struggling to get the bond back, to be honest. Just going by experience when I used to rent. Some places were great. Others like, no, some are really bad. Real estate agents, you know, they'll, even if the place was spotless, they'll still say, oh, no, you didn't do blah, blah. That's why when you move into a place, that's what I found. One of my old girlfriends was actually, well, I met her 25 years ago. And I met her because I had a shop down there, Raby Bay in Queensland. And she was an insurance broker. So that's how I met her. That's a little story. Wonder where Puppy Breath is and Johnny. Must have really got the time wrong. It's probably in the middle of the night there now. You guys will have to watch the replay. But anyway, I'll tell you this story if you like. Yeah. Well, I hope you're right, Alan. I hope that she goes out of business. Because, put it this way, we know how unhappy you are as a tenant with her. So you can't be the only one. I would guarantee you everyone's unhappy with her. And I hope she does go down big time. She's just a rotten, yeah. Well, hopefully if they throw her in jail, it'll be full of slugs. Yeah. Well, I met this girl, I don't know. I'll just tell you a story for no particular reason. I met her, I rang her up because I was after insurance quotes, I think for the business at the time, and also personal insurance. And I just, being me, got to chatting, and I ended up, because I spoke to her fairly regularly, and I ended up asking her out, do you want to have dinner? And she said, what'd she say? How do I know you're not a serial killer? I said, I am a serial killer. She said, oh, okay then. Yeah, well, that was funny at the time. It was a good time for a while, a couple of years. And yeah, why did I mention that? Oh, she became, before I parted ways, sadly, yeah, she became a property manager. But she wasn't an evil woman at all. She wasn't one of these people that did the wrong thing. But I did a few property inspections with her too. And that's where I really learned, if you're renting a property, you know, as in paying rent for a property, always take pictures of any damages that you find, go through it like carefully. It's like cracks in the wall, write it all down on the property inspection sheet. This is here in Australia. I imagine it's similar no matter where you are. Write down everything you find, because at the end of the day, when you finally move out, a lot of them will go, oh, well, that wasn't on the list, you know, crack on the wall. That's why you do it. It's like when I rent a car, or back in the days before COVID, you know, I've been to a fair few countries, and rent a car, I always make them walk around the car with me, and I'm very good at this. As you'll see in my how to buy a used car video, I'm very quick to spot every little dent, nick, scratch, and I make sure I tell them about it, and they circle it, so that when I go back and they do an inspection before they give you money back, they can't say, oh, that scratch wasn't there, you'll have to pay $500 for that. No way. No way. You have to be prudent, have to be careful. Yeah. All right, so what else? Yeah, so Mad Mags, he has won the from my unboxing video, the what do you call it? The fizz saver, which I worked out later after the video. I know how that works now. If you're using a bottle of Fanta or Coca-Cola or whatever, you know, fizzy soft drink as we call it, or cola in America, it's the pressure of the soft drink that goes up the thing and then comes down to the little tap I showed you. That's how it works. So, yeah. Well, the winner of that lives in South Australia. He contacted me on, I contacted him on Instagram because he left a comment, you know, what he'd use it for. So I got his address. And I've just been holding off waiting for I'll open the windows again. Just been holding off waiting to see the decision on this wearing masks indoors thing before I went to the post office. Now, I'll be straight with you. I'm medically exempt because I have a lung condition. And, so I don't have to wear a mask. But I still try and avoid going into places where they expect you to because, A, I don't want to freak anyone out that's paranoid. Oh, it might be COVID. And B, I haven't encountered it yet. I don't want to run into anyone that'll, you know, give me any grief about it because, yeah, believe it or not, I'm pretty quick to rise to anger if cornered. And, yeah, you guys don't see a side of me like that. And luckily it's not something that's out there often, but I know it's there. And I don't want to put myself into a stressful situation like that. So I've been waiting to see, because yesterday was the revised decision, you know, whether you still have to indoors. And yes, you do. But, oh, well, whatever. I'll just go in without a mask. And I'll get that into the post. You may see this on the replay because you're not here at the moment, but yeah, I'll throw in a little bonus for you as well. So I'll get that posted off. And here's the thing about that, Gary's left, but we've been speaking about this as well. Promite, yuck. Yeah, Marmite, yuck. Hey, I'm Australian. Vegemite, yuck. I have Vegemite probably once every 5 or 10 years. Well, hang on, we'll finish this thing first. Yeah, we've been discussing this about the mask thing. So back when we were in lockdown, which finished just when I made that video, a couple of videos ago, with the kookaburra swimming, they were then going to say, well, next Friday or whatever, we'll announce whether you still have to wear masks indoors. And they said, oh, you don't have to wear them outdoors now, but still indoors. And she went, let's just go another 10 days, said the health minister, and we'll see, you know, then we should be able to stop that. Well, yesterday, what'd she go? Oh, well, let's just go another, 2 weeks there's been no new cases for heading towards a month now. So why they keep doing this? Why still the mask? And now their excuse is, oh, because we're very close to New South Wales. Well, yeah. New Zealand's very close to Australia, but still. Yeah, and in your case, Alan, why are they locking down the whole South Island of New Zealand? No cases. Vegemite is an acquired taste. Yeah, we'll forget that other stuff because it stresses me out and makes me angry to see people driving around in their cars wearing a mask when you don't have to. They're just like, I just hear all the barring of the sheep. Say no more. Do a video on Marmite. Yeah. I think I've tried Marmite, but even Vegemite, we've probably all seen Americans that do videos like, or TED Talks or something. They've done videos about trying Vegemite. Yeah. And here's what the Australians love. No, we don't all love it. Tastes, what did you say? It's very salty. But here's what you see them do. They'd layer it on thick, like plaster, onto toast or what? No, it's just a thin slice. Marmite is that? No, I'm thinking Nutella. I have stories about Nutella which I won't ever put on YouTube from many years ago. It was fun. That's phone conversation only, that one. But yeah, Nutella was more nutty, like peanut paste or peanut butter, depending what country you're in. Marmite. I don't like any of those mites. I don't like mites at all. I like water. And I like coffee, especially in my Garfield mug, which this is empty right now, so that's a shame. Right. Oh, g'day, boss. Yeah, no, I'm the boss, that's right. Hey, Farouk, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining on. I'm looking at probably closing the live stream soon. It's been going just over an hour. Pretty well covered everything, but if there's any questions anyone has before I go, and go make myself a coffee and go check out with Teddy the Vlogging Cat how she felt about that appearing live. Yeah, most people, apart from you guys that have been here this morning, will watch this as a replay. As I was saying, it's incredible. I don't know why. Probably just the massive amount of people on YouTube and the servers. They have like literally acres of servers, internet servers working. But yeah, I've seen it take as long as 12 hours after I've done a live stream for it to say it's processed, and then people can watch it back. And even longer, yeah, cheers. Even longer to be able to watch it back where you actually see these comments I'm seeing at the moment, like these. Yep. Sit. All right. Comments. I'm not hungry, is it? Here's a little effect I learned way back in College of Art in 1987. If I can do it. It's a strobe effect. It's hard to do, hard to get going. And this may do your heads in if it works. It probably won't. You have to get it on a certain angle. If you put a video camera, all right, see that? Not quite it. Can you see? Yeah, I'll try and prop this up right. Wait on. Wait. Let me prop that up. Oh, there you go. Just see what happens there. See if this does your head in. Actually. All right. Now, I'm not touching the camera at all. See that? It's almost transcendental meditation. Yeah, it's not a very good example. We experimented with it in College of Art with video cameras. I could go into the technical reasons why it happens, but it's a bit odd. You can get it to the point where it's like, it does your head in. Hello, honey, how are you? I haven't spoken to you for a while. I've popped into some of your live streams. You don't live in your boss's heart, mate. Sorry. We're associates, but you don't live in my heart. But you live on my YouTube. Yeah. Anyway, not to worry. Anyone have anything they want to talk about? I'm just reading some comments. I wonder where Johnny and Puppy Breath are. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have I could look up the time difference. Johnny's in one part of America. Puppy Breath, who's one of my #1 fans, who started the hashtag SmackFans hashtag. She's not here. She might be working. So today would be actually Friday or Friday night, probably pretty late in California. I don't know, she'll probably watch the replay, as will Johnny. And Johnny's probably working or asleep. There's always a possibility. Sleeping, yeah, probably. It's funny, isn't it, how things around the world are at a different time? There's two things I always remember. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Alan. I think that you guys are currently 2 hours ahead of my time in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. It's usually always been 2 hours, and I always know that Craig is in WA, Western Australia, 2 hours behind me. So that's how come I think, well, if I live stream at 10, it'll be midday where Alan is and 8 o'clock in the morning where Craig is. That's about as far as I go as far as remembering time differences. 2 hours behind Steve. Craig, you're actually a few years behind me, mate. Catch up. That's in age, I mean. Not IQ. Anyway, what do they say? Act your age, not your shoe size. Well, these are my shoes. Again, there we are. Looking like boots. They're very nice. Fully made in Australia. Wow. Jumbo mugs. This is not a paid promotion. That's what they look like inside. All Australian fleece. Very soft. New Zealand also makes some great Ugg boots. Lady bought a pair or two of those when we were there one time. One of 15 times we've been. Oh, hi, how are you? You're in Indonesia. Thank you. Hello to you too. What time is it in Indonesia? I'd say 3 or 4 hours ahead or behind. I'd say 3 hours behind Brisbane, Australia. Yeah, I'm not giving away the boots, mate. They cost me $160 to make sure I got genuine Australian, not ones that were sent to China and then sent back. What time is it where you are, Farouk, by the way? 8:30 in the morning in Indonesia. Okay. All right. Well, it's 20 minutes to midday here, nearly lunchtime. So what time is it in where you are, Farouk? I know where you are, but what time is it there without me looking it up? Same time as Perth. Ah, okay. Indonesia, same as Perth. Well, it's not that geometrically far away, is it? Indonesia from Perth? It's kind of up that way, or that way. I've flown over Indonesia. I haven't landed there. I've been to most parts of Asia now. I haven't landed in Japan, and I know my friend from Japan, living in Japan, will probably have a look at this video later. She also makes YouTube videos, but she's not from Japan. She wasn't born in Japan. She's from the Philippines, but lives in Japan. So I know that there's a bit of a time difference there too. Yep, 1:38 in New Zealand. Oh, really? So you're only an hour ahead of me. Oh, I thought it was 2 hours. Ah, okay, so only 1 hour. Because sometimes it changes. Oh, only 1 hour. Because it's, it's 11. No, that's right, it's 2 hours. What am I talking about? I need another coffee real bad. Yeah, it's 11:40 right this moment in Brisbane. So it's 1:40. Yeah, 2 hours, I was right. Yeah. So you get to see the new year every, if it's worth staying up for. To be honest, the last, as far as I remember, hasn't been worth staying up for New Year's anymore. I did a live stream the year before last. It had over 2,000 views within like an hour or so. I thought, what? And it was a complete flop because I took it's on my live stream playlist. It's not really worth seeing, I guess. But I took, how did I do it? No, I took my phone. I drove around literally into the top of the next street because we're on a hill here. And I thought, oh, well, I'll be able to see the city skylight. Actually, I might do one this New Year's coming because now the trees are gone. You can see the city again, hindered slightly only by one tree in the council, which I'm going to try and ask them, like, any chance you might trim that tree? I'm pretty sure I'll get a no, but if you don't ask, you don't know, as the old saying goes. Done for host. Yeah, but I went around the corner in my car and I put the little, I think I took my Gorilla Pod tripod, the little flexible thing. and I put the phone on there, and I thought it was facing, okay, example here if I don't knock this over. I thought as the cameras on this current phone, okay, the Samsung Galaxy A51, which I've done a few videos on. It's a bit dark to see. Hang on. Oh, that's better. So it's what 5 cameras or, yeah. So my previous phone didn't have that. But anyway, so here's the front of the phone here. Wake up phone. So, right, there's the front. So the camera's behind. I had that facing what I thought was the city, Brisbane City. And I thought the lights, couldn't see them very well. I thought, well, you'll see fireworks from there. It took me ages, probably 20 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes after it turned to midnight. I went, well, I can see the fireworks, but I can't see them on here. Only then did I realize I had this camera here on the part of the phone that faces me. That little camera was facing the city. Oh, there I am. Oh, that's a reflection. Yeah, so I was actually, what I thought was the lights of the city was actually the street light behind me up the street. What a complete failure. Oh dear. That's funny. Well, there's a little reflection. I forgot to grab a mirror, but see if you can see I'll spill the light onto there. No, you can't really. Oh, yeah, you can. That's the, how I'm looking at there's the little REDRAGON camera I'm using right now. And it's on this little tiny, oh, that's not very good. Hang on. Oh, that doesn't work. Anyway, just take my word for it. It's on this little tiny, but very handy, there we are. Very handy little tripod thing. So a few of you have visited each other's channels. That's good. Okay. Here's a rule too. You should always have the camera higher than the person's eye line, because otherwise you see a double chin. But I can always do it here.